Hi everyone, welcome back to the journaling mixtape. I'm here today to show you how I've been using the Hobonichi Weeks as a memory keeping journal and how it is the perfect journal for you to use if you do not have enough time but you want a memory keeping journal, because honestly this has been working out really well for me. I've been spending about an hour every week completing it, and I feel like for the time that I'm putting in, I'm getting a lot out of it. So for this journal, I've been using every single section of it, and so that includes the yearly overview, I've been using the monthly section, I've been using the weekly section, and I have been using the notes pages at the back as well. I thought I would talk through what I've been using each section for and how you could use it as well in the same way, but I'm also open to any ideas on how I could improve it. So I really wanted a place for my kids to be able to look back on what they've been up to every day, and a place for them to look at memories, to look at what little funny quotes, what their favourite activities were, any health issues they may have had for that year. I want them to be able to have a little record of it. I know this is all digital and I know that there's an easy way for me to do this, but for me there is something incredibly emotive about being able to flick through a book and to see it all laid out in front of me. And I actually, when my first son was born, I completed a Hobonichi cousin for that year, and I journaled every day about our lives together. But that was more for me, and I don't have the time to do a page, an A5 page per day for each child and for myself, otherwise I would have no time to do anything else. I considered an A6, but ultimately I decided that the weeks would be the best thing for me. So the first thing that I've got in each journal is a title page, and on that title page I've got their name, I've got a cute little vinyl from the CoffeeMonsterzCo, which is a nutrition facts, and it's just got all of the different characteristics that I would want in my kids. Obviously I'm going to find them cute, even if they're completely not cute, but they are. I'm going to find them fabulous, kind, intelligent, to be open-minded, to be creative. These are all things that I want in my children, and to be honest with you, they are amazing so far. That's a weird thing to say, so far. They'll always be amazing. Obviously, they do not drink caffeine, but they do run around as though they've got 125% caffeine in their systems, and sometimes they are 2% alien, I'll give them that. I've then got the 2025 year vinyl sticker as well, and then as we move through the planner, there's the calendar page. I haven't thought about what to do with this yet, so if anyone has any ideas, I'd really appreciate it. And then we move on to the yearly overview. So the yearly overview, initially I wasn't sure what I was going to do, and then I decided that I would use the yearly overview as a weather tracker. So what I've done is created a key, and the key is actually in the back of the notebook, and the key basically goes through the weather that we generally get in the UK, where I live in London, from about -10 to about 40 degrees Celsius. And I've done a little cloud to represent the colour that I'm going to be using for those temperatures, and the Tombow code marker for the Tombow marker that I'll be using as well. And every day, and I don't do it every day, but I'll find the average temperature for that day, and then I will shade in that date. And I love it, and I'm excited to see what the year is going to look like. This idea I stole from, there's quite a few people I've seen that create a blanket with using like, they either crochet a blanket or knit a blanket, and they do like a row of stitches in the same thing where they colour code the temperature, and then that's like their baby's blanket for their first year of their life. And I wish I was as skilled as that, so instead I'm doing a colour coded temperature guide. And I just thought it was a fun thing to do. I mean, it's just a pretty page of colours at the end of the day, but I think it's cute and I think they'll enjoy looking at that. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this top section just yet, but again, any ideas, really appreciate it. Otherwise, I was just thinking of summarising how many days we spent in each of those temperatures. The one thing that I would say with this is, so there's a colour that I'm using on the 10th and the 11th of December, which was N95 of the Tombow marker and 491, this light blue one over here. When I swatched these colours out, I did it on normal paper and they came out a lot darker than they do on the Hobonichi Tombow River paper. So that's just something to keep in mind. I'm fine with it, but I may have, in hindsight, I should have probably chosen a different colour. We then move on to the monthly section. So the Hobonichi monthly section starts in December for the weeks, but I didn't use it in December. And then we move on to the January, which is where we are now. And this section, I have basically decided to do a schedule for them. And I just think, like, thinking about the fact that they've got something on every day is something that I'm so proud of. Just the fact that they get to experience so many different activities, so many different like arts and crafts, so many different sports activities. I want them to be able to see everything that they did and all the opportunities that they got. And there's also a summary of other things as well, which I'll go into. So what I've done is every day that they do something, I'm just putting in their general schedule. So they always go swimming on a Thursday. They always go to gymnastics now on a Saturday, and then an art class on a Monday. And then Tuesday and Wednesday are their nursery days, and Thursday and Friday are the days that they are with my in-laws and whilst I'm at work. So just seeing everything is just really cute. They've been very obsessed with space this month, so I thought that the washi tape that I've chosen and the stars that I've decorated on the side were a good sort of tie into the theme. And then I've also stuck in these little CoffeeMonsterzCo stickers, which I have been using from this collection. So it's the general holiday stickers, and what I've been doing, so if you have a look, the width of the sticker for each holiday is actually bigger than the width of the week's box. So instead what I've been doing is cutting round each of the little emoji heads and then sticking it on the relevant day, and I think it looks quite cute. So far, I've only done January and February and March. So I've stuck them in. And I plan on doing that for both of the boys' journals with these 2 sticker sheets. It hasn't taken very long. I just need to sit in front of the TV and get it done at some point. The other thing that I'm going to be noting in here is any medical trips that we have to do or any fun activities that are beyond their normal schedule. I'm just going to use these tiny icon stickers, again from the CoffeeMonsterzCo. So this one is just a nurse's head because Casper had to go to the GP on that day as he had an eye infection. And then at the bottom, I thought I would do a little summary. And I'm filling this out as the month goes on. So I've got their favourite entertainment, favourite miscellaneous sort of things, and their favourite books. So far they're obsessed with this awful song called like the 8 Planets of the Solar System, and I cannot get it out of my head, and yet every time I hear it I just think to myself, no, not again. Casper's also obsessed with Bob the Builder. His favourite jumper at the moment is this Mickey jumper that he's been wearing. And then I've got these books down that he's been asking me to read again and again and again. And I just thought, like, being able to see all of this in one page is just a treat. So that's my monthly section, and I plan on continue using it in this way for the rest of the year, unless some bright new ideas come into play. We then move on to the weekly section, and the weekly section again starts in December. You actually get the last week of November, but I didn't want to use it in December. I decided to go straight in for the new year in January, and I have been using this as a space to write something that they did every day, to stick in little stickers, stick in little pieces of ephemera, and to do a few doodles. I do this twice a week, so I spend half an hour on a Wednesday and half an hour on a Sunday completing these spreads, and it's been the perfect amount of time. So to start off with, for example, this was my first spread that I did, and I wrote them a little message at the start. I then print off my stickers for the first few days, decide where I'm going to place them. I use Tombow markers to do a few doodles, and then ephemera that we've collected that I then stick in as well. And just like remembering all these little memories of like both of them waking up in the morning and being excited about their space book, Casper refusing to share these fish and chips that we got, and he did eventually share, but he was very, very, very protective of his chips. Their first big boy Lego that they got to do. I just love it. I love looking through and seeing these pictures. The second week of January, we were meant to have snow in London. Snow, unfortunately, did not come. We had some frost, and they ended up playing with frost. But again, just having these memories, I really love. And I've been using, you can see these fox stickers and these winter scene stickers. So what I've decided to do is use my Stickii Club stickers to decorate these pages, and every week I've been pulling up a different theme. So that's again what I've been using, and I've been keeping it in this little Hobonichi pouch. Then we move on to last week, and last week I thought this again space theme was quite cute, and these little winter foxes as well from the Stickii Club sheet. So this week there were less pictures because I was very ill, and my husband was doing a lot of the care this week. But even still, being able to look back and see all of the things that they got up to and all of the fun that they had with their family, I really love it, and I can't wait for them to be able to look through this and see what they got up to themselves as well. If you want, the next time I kind of go through for this week, I should be doing it today, but I'm filming this video instead. Today is Wednesday, and I'll probably do it tomorrow. But what I could do is go through how I would set up the week and how I backfill, and if that's something you're interested in, how I decorate, then pop a comment below. I'll probably film it anyway, but it would be nice to know what you guys would like from the channel as well. Then I'm going to move on to the notes section. So obviously you've seen the weather key that I've put with this season's washi, but the other thing that I've been using the notes section for is extra information. So as I mentioned earlier, Casper had a eye infection, so he needed to see the pharmacist to collect some medicine. So I've popped a sticker here, and I could put a little note as well to say that there's more information at the back. But what I thought would be good to do was to have a section where I could write down any medical notes. Initially, I thought about making like a medical section and just having like 3 pages and like doing it in that way. But instead, what I've decided to do is use the first 2 pages as a log of what's going to be on each page in like the bullet journaling method, and then just fill this out as we go along. I am going to set up some collections at the back. So I mentioned earlier about like new shoes, shoe sizes, new clothes. I'm going to log that at the back just to see what we're spending on what, and then they can see as well like when their feet got to the next size and if they lose a tooth and that kind of stuff. And the other thing that I thought I was going to do in here was to do book reviews or like TV show reviews or something. I'm not sure how this is going to work yet, but you've all seen like the reading journals that people make, or like media journals, and I thought it would be quite cute to, if they have been obsessed with something, to get a picture of the book or to get a picture of the TV show or the song, and then make a note of like what their favourite thing about it was, or their favourite thing that they've like picked up from the show. I think my elder son, who's almost 4, will be able to kind of give it a rating or some system. But for the 2-year-old, I think just like favourite quotes that he's got from the show, like, would be fun to put in this little section over here. So that's my thoughts so far. But if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. So that's how I've been using it. So that's Casper's. Jude is almost exactly the same. So he's got a slightly different coloured 2025 sticker, just because I think it fits in with the theme of this Hobonichi a bit more. But he's got the same weather code, the same monthly section, a few different things that he's been enjoying, the same weekly section. And you'll notice that even though the themes are very similar, I've kind of been writing different things and decorating things slightly differently. And then the same section at the back with notes and the weather key. So that's how I've been using the weeks. And honestly, the fact that it only takes an hour to get such a complete picture of what they've been up to is the best thing about the size of this. I thought I would show you some of the bits that I've been using that have helped me stay on track with this. So my main supplies are in these 2 Hobonichi pouches. What I've got in the back pocket here is the 4 temperatures that I think we'll have this month for me to do the colour coding for the weather on the yearly oversheet. Inside here I have the Stickii Club stickers that I'm going to be using, and these yearly holiday stickers that I still need to plan in. And then the Hobonichis both fit inside here, and the pouch zips up. So 2 Hobonichis and all of my Tombows all stay in this pouch. And then I can just keep this in one place. Obviously these stick out, but this isn't coming out with me and I don't mind if they fall out. The other thing that I've been using is a clip from the Traveller's Company just to hold pages open. And then in this pouch, I have some of my other supplies. So I've been using a sprocket, HP sprocket printer. I've been thinking about actually maybe using my my Canon selfie, but just the fact that it's a bit bigger means that I'm not always reaching for it, but the quality of the printing is better, so that's something that may change. I then have my glue dot liner, so I can stick bits in as needed. I've got some correction tape for any mistakes, just some lead for my mechanical pencil. I have got some stickers that I need to stick in for next week, a brass ruler from the CoffeeMonsterzCo, an eraser, the pencil just for quick sketches. I've got a gel pen that I'm using for this week, because last week was silver. I think I'm going to do gold this week. I've got a couple of other things. So I've got my Tombow brush pen for any lettering that I plan on doing, and I have my fountain pen that I've been using at the moment, which is just inked with De Atramentis Document Blank ink. And the fact that, again, that everything is in one place means that I don't have to go searching for loads of equipment. I can quickly take both of these things out and come straight in to do my journaling, and an hour a week is all it's taking to produce what I think is going to be just a wonderful record of my kids' lives, an important memory that they're going to be able to look back on, and just show them how much joy they bring me and their dad and the rest of the family in a tiny little book. So if this is something that you're interested in, I'd love it if you subscribed and followed along. If you've got any questions on anything, just pop them down below. I plan on showing you how I'm using the Hobonichi Weeks for myself and my Hobonichi cousin, as well as my A6 Techo coming up soon. So I hope you're all having a wonderful week, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.